Hey, everybody. Glad you're here to join us today. I hope that you are having a great day. If you've done anything awesome today, we would love to hear about it. Just go ahead and drop it in the comments. If you happen to have a crazy video of you doing a trick shot or something like that, send it over to us, email, Instagram, whatever you want to do. We'd love to see those and even maybe show them on our YouTube feed on the weekends. We have today with us Blake Park for our Devo. So what you got for us today, Blake?
Yeah. Well, hey, Josh, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good day as well. One of the things that I've been thinking about recently, it's may come as a surprise to most of you watching it. I don't think it's a surprise to Josh. But in my life, one of the things that I love to do is I love to cook. I love to explore kind of new flavors. I'm not the person who follows a recipe. I'm the person who reaches into this fridge and into the spice cabinet and just like, what do I have over here? And I'm pulling stuff down. It drives my wife insane because sometimes I'll make an absolutely terrible meal. I'm like, cool, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know how to fix it. Sometimes I'll make a great meal and like, cool, I don't know how to repeat it. I didn't write anything down. But one of the things that I love the most is like bold flavors. I love like strong flavors. Like I love smoking food like pulled pork. I made some pulled pork this weekend. I made brisket before. I just love the bold flavor of like barbecued meat. And I'm the same way with like coffee. I don't like the weak watered down coffee. I like bold, dark coffee. That's the kind of stuff that I love. And it's one of those things that like, okay, I think we're drawn to those bolder flavors. If you're the kind of person who likes to get like the fountain drink Coke, and you get the cup of it and you have ice in it and you kind of leave it and you let it set somewhere, and then you come back to the very end and that last little bit where the ice was, it's all watered down. Nobody likes that flavor. Like we want the original, like we want the true flavor. We want the real thing and not watered down. And sometimes I feel like we settle for a faith that's a little bit watered down. There's a story in the book of Daniel, which is an Old Testament like prophecy book that's got a little bit of history in it. It's insane when you start to read some of the stuff that's in the book of Daniel. But some of the stuff that's in there early on is just some really cool stories. And if you're somebody who grew up in church, you probably know several of these stories. But in Daniel chapter 3, there's this story about this king, Nebuchadnezzar, who decides he's going to build a golden statue that's going to be 90 feet high. And everyone in the kingdom, whenever they hear a sound, they have to bow down to worship this idol. And there are these three guys. We know them as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They've got three Hebrew names, which I'm not even going to try to say because I'm not that good at like dead languages or anything like that. But they kind of get in this position where they don't bow down, and everyone kind of looks and notices that like, hey, these three guys aren't bowing down. And they get drugged before the king, and they say, all right, listen, we're not going to worship. And the king gets so mad that what he says is, we're going to get this furnace and we're going to heat it 4 times hotter than it's ever been before. And I'm going to give you one more chance to bow down and to worship this statue of me because I think I'm that great. And the three guys kind of look at themselves and they respond back and they say, listen, king, we serve a God who is so powerful. He could choose to save us if you throw us into the fire. But know this, king, even if he doesn't, we will not bow down and worship you because our faith is in a God that is so strong that he can choose to do it no matter what. So King Nebuchadnezzar takes these guys, they throw them in the fire. It actually says that the fire was so hot that the guards who threw the 3 men into the fire, into the furnace, passed out and died because it was so hot. And King Nebuchadnezzar looks in and he sees that there's 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th person in the fire with these guys protecting them. They pull them out of the furnace and there's not a hair that's burned on their body. They don't even smell like smoke. And so King Nebuchadnezzar falls down and he says, listen, the of Shadrach, Meshach, and is the God that I am going to choose to worship. And I wish that I had a kind of faith like that was that bold to say, listen, I know that God can do this. I know that God will protect me. But even if he doesn't, I will continue to worship him. I will continue to serve him no matter what. And that's the kind of faith that I want to have. That's the kind of faith that I hope you want to have in your life. So if you've got any ideas or if you've got anything that you've experienced in your life that has helped you have a bolder faith, just drop it in a comment down below. We would love to hear all of that. We would love to see what God is doing in your life and to help us grow and be a bolder people.
Awesome. That's honestly one of my, like, the most powerful parts of the Bible for me, is when they look at King Nebuchadnezzar and say like, and even if he doesn't, like, man, to have a faith like that just says,
Hmm.
even if my God doesn't save me, and even if you burn me in the fire, like, I don't care. I'm still all in on this thing. Just incredible. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Absolutely. No problem, man. One of my favorite stories too. All righty. Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Been good to see you. Hope you have a great week.
See ya.